Continuing now with our exclusive presidential interview after the live chat before the Super Bowl. We taped about 10 minutes more with Mr. Obama. In this segment, civility kicks it off.
I thought you gave a great speech in Arizona on the civility factor.
I appreciate it.
But I think that people are going to respond to it. I think that the civility in the media and in politics is going to go downhill, continue to go downhill.
Why is that, do you think?
It's because there is just such division between conservatives and liberals, and there's a lot of money to be made, if you can polarize people in the media. And it sounds good. But here's my question. How much damage do you believe the media is doing by participating in this rancor? And people have accused me of that.
Yeah. I don't think it helps.
But how much damage is it doing to the country?
I think what it does is, over the long term, it is making it harder and harder for the sensible center to get together to solve problems. And I think that is damaging. We just talked about spending. We want to cut spending. A lot of Republicans sincerely want to cut spending. In order to do it, though, everybody's going to have to make compromises because everybody wants to cut what the other guy likes. They don't want to cut what they like, right? And so you've got to make some tough decisions. The only way you make those tough decisions is if you're willing to cut the other side a little bit of slack.
I know.
And the media, unfortunately, if I have a nice talk with John McCain and we're agreeing to do something,
boring.
Nobody's going to report on that.
No, but it's more personal.
But if there's an argument, then that's what gets reported. And as a consequence, I think a lot of politicians think the way I get on the news is if I insult somebody. And not rewarding politicians for simply insulting the other side, but rather rewarding them for coming up with sensible solutions.
That's a pipe dream. That's never going to happen. And you know that.
No,
all right, last question. I know
you could start the trend.
Yeah, I could start the trend. Look, I don't think I'm a personal attack guy. I call it the way I think it should be called. All right, last question, and we'll let you go. FNC and the Obama administration, Fox News and the Obama administration, a little bit of a rocky history.
Right.
Okay? Now, I sincerely want to know.
Yeah.
What you said earlier, that you watch me, you know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, what can I do better for the country? Not for you. I'm not in business to help you, Mr. President, with all due respect. I'm in business to watch out for the folks. But what can I do better? What can FNC do better?
You know, I think that, and I appreciate the opportunity. Here's what I'd say, Bill. The most important thing that the news, whether it's Fox News or MSNBC or whoever, can do is give people the facts and make sure that they've got all the facts. So let's take the example of spending. You know, if people know that only 12% of the budget is domestic discretionary spending, right? Things like, environmental protection or food safety, et cetera, and that most of it is either defense, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. So we can't eliminate the deficit just by eliminating foreign aid and earmarks. Then people will have to grapple with some of these tougher issues, and that makes it easier for me and Republican leaders to come up with real solutions.
Don't you think we've given the facts?
I think that what is true of the media generally is that they hear one side's argument or the other side's argument, but getting the whole picture so that people can look at a budget, let's say, and say, here's the federal budget, and by the way, a lot of you viewers, you care about Social Security, you want Social Security there, you want Medicare there, but we're going to have to do something on entitlements if we're going to actually fix the problem.
Okay, but, so you're talking more like a professor.
But what I'm saying is that's an example of just the facts without the spin, I think, is something that would be good for everybody.
I think all our news guys do that, but when you get into the primetime opinion makers, that's where you reach me.
But the opinion makers is where I think a lot of the viewership gravitates.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Do you think you're being treated fairly by Fox News now?
I would say that the news guys, I think, try to do a good job. Although, look, let's face it. I mean, Fox News, I think, has a point of view. There's nothing wrong with it. There's a strong history in America of all news having some sort of point of view, and Fox News has a point of view, and I think that's part of our democracy.
Do you respect it?
Absolutely.
Mr. President, thanks very much. It's always good to see you.
Right. Thank you so much.
Enjoyed it.